sweet friends, and welcome back to my channel. It's Cynthia Nessel at Create with Cynthia, and in today's video I'm working on a furniture makeover that didn't go as planned 3 months ago, and I'm also going to tell you another story about ice cream. Life is not like a puzzle. In a puzzle, the pieces fit together. In life, things don't always fit together and go according to plan.
So I never liked the cabinet. You know, it happens. Sometimes you paint something and you just don't really like the way it looks. So I did post it on Facebook, tried to sell it. I took it to Treasure Fest.
When I originally painted the cabinet 3 months ago, I used Debi's Design Diary DIY paint in the colors White Swan and Old 57. I then sealed the cabinet in DIY Crystal Clear Chandelier Liquid Patina. I adhered classic bouquets paintable transfer from Iron Orchid Designs to the front of the cabinet. A maker studio carries a variety of paintbrushes, and for this project I chose to use the wedge, square, and triangle specialty brushes.
Life is like a puzzle. You know, you have days that are not so good and you have days that are great. And when the days are not so good, what I like to do is put on my whatever they're called, my ear pods, and put on my book on Audible and listen to a motivating speaker and hear what they have to say.
In Darren Hardy's book, The Compound Effect, he writes, "Choices are at the root of every one of your results. Each choice starts a behavior that over time becomes a habit." So for this cabinet, which is dark black, I believe painted dark black, I started with one coat of White Swan. The White Swan was my base coat, and as you can see, there's a little bleed through and getting full coverage was difficult. Now I'm going in with a coat of Old 57, since it's my favorite DIY color. And what I love about the DIY paint is not just the mixing and blending abilities, but your strokes don't have to be precise. Years ago, when I quit drinking alcohol, I switched addictions to Ben & Jerry's ice cream. DIY paint is hands down the best artisan clay and chalk finish furniture paint in the industry. We use only the highest quality, no VOC pigments in the industry. In Darren Hardy's book, The Compound Effect, he suggests that if something has become a bad habit in your life, that you should try taking it away for 30 days. I then used a decor transfer for the front of the cabinet. I chose Iron Orchid Designs Classic Bouquets decor transfer that is paintable. The plan was then to use 3 to 5 colors in the DIY paint and paint the images on the transfer as if it was a coloring book.
Oh, hi, Sophie. You're going to come say hi? Sophie's going to come say hi. Yeah, say hi, Sophie. Say hi.
I have a habit of eating Ben & Jerry's ice cream almost every night, and sometimes I even skip dinner and just eat ice cream.
Okay, so I've got my decor transfer. This one is the Ladies in Waiting, and it's 4 flowers. And I'm going to take them out of the tube and show you what it looks like, if you have not already seen it. They're all very pretty. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your transfer out of the tube, and you're going to take the backing off if you want to use the whole transfer. But I'm not going to use the whole transfer. I'm going to cut it. The one I want for this project is this blue and yellow flower. That's what I'm going to put on the dresser. Okay, so the nice thing about cutting the decor transfers is that they have grid lines on them. so you can easily cut the line. So I've cut my little yellow flower. Now I'm going to take the plastic off and I'm going to line it up here and I'm going to tape it on with this. Now you want to be careful that you don't stick it on the surface until you're ready. Because if you do it too early and you're trying to adjust it, it might scratch off. So this surface, just to remind you, has a coat of paint and a top coat on it. I suggest that when you're adhering the decor transfers to your surface, you make sure it's a top coat. Don't do it directly to the paint. It's not as easy to get off. So I have put taped the transfer to the cabinet. Now I'm going to take the scraper out of the box here and I'm going to scrape. And I'll tell you, it's a lot easier to do it when your surface is laying down versus up, but we'll see how it goes. I might have to put the dresser laying down. So you just scrape. That was what you call a bubble. So if you scrape long enough, you'll get a bubble and you can just push it right down and it makes it super easy. I just rode the bubble. Kind of like a wave. You ride the wave. I rode the bubble. In transfer.
Darren Hardy writes, "Your biggest challenge isn't that you've intentionally been making bad choices. Your biggest challenge is that you've been sleepwalking through your choices."
So now I've got the Rose Indica transfer and I cut the top off. See how I cut the top off?
For this project, I've taken 3 different decor transfers and cut them up and put them on the cabinet, just like a puzzle.
After you've adhered your transfer to the surface, then the next step is to burnish it. And now I'm going to seal it. So I'm using a chip brush from the dollar store because it was only $1, and I'm using the liquid patina. And the liquid patina is like Mod Podge, but you can also use it as a top coat. I'm using it as a top coat on this time because normally I use the big top and I wanted to see the difference. Okay, this one kind of reminds me of like melted marshmallows, you know, dark and decrepit. It reminds me of Hershey's chocolate sauce. This one, it reminds me of melted marshmallows. Can you tell I eat a lot of ice cream? I kind of like it.
On the front of the cabinet, I distressed and pulled back some of the white paint. Since DIY paint is a water-based paint, you can easily remove unwanted paint using a wet washcloth.
One thing that I'm planning on implementing, and I know it ain't gonna be easy, is I'm gonna implement taking something away for 30 days. And what I'm gonna take away is Ben & Jerry's ice cream. Not all ice cream, I think just Ben & Jerry's.
Just like Diane Woods, when she paints her flowers, I used Paint Pixie's Magic Pack from the Turquoise Iris collection. A set of paintbrushes that work perfectly for this project. I then used 9 different colors of the DIY paint to color in the flowers on my dresser, just like a coloring book. Years ago, I got to a point in my life where I knew I had to quit drinking alcohol. I didn't want to, and I didn't like it. It didn't feel like it was the plan, but I did it anyways. And at that point, I think I transferred addictions from alcohol to Ben & Jerry's ice cream. I believe that by taking the Ben & Jerry's ice cream away for 30 days, it will help me to create better habits. Do you have a bad habit that you'd like to get rid of? Leave me a message below if you'd like to join my challenge. It's starting today. Furniture Makeover was like a puzzle. I used DIY paint, iron orchid designs, and a variety of brushes to create this one-of-a-kind piece of art. And the Furniture Makeover came out just the way I wanted. Aaron Hardy writes, "Choices are the root of every one of your results. Each choice starts a behavior that over time becomes a habit." I want my life to be more like a puzzle, where all the pieces fit perfectly together. I believe this challenge will help me achieve that goal. To find the products I've used in this video, visit createwithcynthiashop.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.